Hi everyone and welcome to our show. Today we have a very special guest with us, Rushali, who recently landed a fantastic role as a machine learning engineer at Collinson. Rushali, it's great to have you here.
To be here. Thank you.
Rushali, to kick things off, could you please introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a bit about your background and what you are currently doing?
Yeah. So, hi everyone. I am Vishali Joshi, and I have been working as a machine learning engineer for almost 4 years now. Previously, I was in a AI/ML startup company. There also my role was machine learning engineer, and recently I joined Colinson as machine learning engineer. So mainly in ML in my college days also I had few projects under ML domain. That's the reason I landed a job in ML role from my placement. Like I started from there. Yeah. So in previous company, I was mostly focused on natural language processing, which is a part of machine learning domain. And in current company, I'm mostly working with recommendation systems. So yeah, that's my professional background.
That's great to hear, Rushali. Now let's dive into your interview experience. Could you briefly walk us through your overall interview journey for the machine learning engineer position at Collinson?
So basically, hiring HR, she reached out to me from LinkedIn and she gave me the job description and everything. There was a conversation on LinkedIn and then we had a call. We had a discussion. She checked my background and everything, like what is my professional background, how much years of experience I have, the basic things. And then she asked me about my availability for first round of interview. And then first round of interview was scheduled according to that. Then after the first round of interview, you generally have feedbacks from the person who is interviewing. Now it depends. Generally, in Collinson, what I've seen that the interview is taken by the team itself where you're getting hired. Sometimes it's different in other companies, but in Collinson, it's like that. So I got interviewed by the person who I was supposed to work. Then in second round, there was an assessment, online assessment. After the online assessment, there is a third round, which is both technical and HR sort of. So they discuss the online assessment results, whatever answers you have given and everything that would be discussed in that call. It is basically to check whether you have actually answered the questions or not, or whether you actually have the knowledge of it or not. And then basic HR questions, behavioral questions that are there. So yeah, mostly it's just 3 rounds.
So I'm sure our audience is curious about the actual questions. Could you share some of the main problems or questions you asked during the interview and where they are pick or unique questions that really stood out to you?
So in the first round, now specifically for my team, they were looking for AWS cloud experience. So there were a lot of questions around AWS architecture. And as a machine learning engineer, nowadays at least, you are supposed to have a lot of infrastructure related knowledge also. So luckily, I was working in AWS cloud in my previous company as well. So that is one thing that stood out in my resume, why it was shortlisted also. So in that call, it was mostly related to their actual project that they were actually going to take up. There was an entire architecture diagram, and that architecture diagram was showed to me. And they told me that currently this is not giving us efficient cost. We need to cost optimize this entire architecture. So, what are the changes that you will do? What services would you replace in this architecture diagram? So, that was a very good question, I think, in the entire interview that I had to think upon. Although I was already working in AWS domain, but there are a lot of AWS services, so you cannot have knowledge of everything. So I partially answered that question, but it was a very healthy discussion. Like even he helped me out with some things, and then even I bounced off my ideas. And apart from that, mostly it was discussion on my resume. Since they were mostly working on recommendation system and my experience was in natural language processing, more questions were just on the basic knowledge that I have. And there was one project that I did in my college. There was a paper also we wrote on that. That was my final year project. It was on recommendation systems. But back then we did not have much knowledge. So we used a model, we used LSTM model, but that was very basic. Like out of the box, we had used that model and trained the model. And that was like almost 5 years back. So even he knew that I might not remember the details. So it was a very basic discussion on that. And since my colleague was very good, he discussed, the workings of the team, what I can expect, what kind of work I'm going to get in the team. So that also, there was a discussion about that also in the first.
So, Rushali, preparing for interview like this can be quite challenging. How did you prepare for the interview? Were there any specific website, books, or other resources you found really helpful?
As I mentioned from my college days itself, I had started my preparation. So I am a BTech in electronics and telecommunication. So I knew that I did not wanted to go in hardcore software. So and ENTC also there are not much opportunities in India. There are opportunities foreign countries, but you don't get those companies here. So I had to choose something which I can work in. So ML was something that my actually brother had introduced to me, and then I started doing courses on Coursera. So there was an entire specialization starting from understanding Python, data visualization, machine learning, data analysis. There were like 5, 6 courses in that specialization. So I had completed that during my third and fourth year of my college. So I finished that, and then I was actively doing projects in ML so that I can show some hands-on work also. And luckily for us in our college, there was only one company that used to come for AI/ML position, and I got a lucky chance in that, I would say. So I started from college. Then, since in the company itself, I was hired as an ML engineer, I got a lot of exposure. The team that I was in early on, because it's a startup company, early on I had to take on a lot of responsibilities. So my Python skills got very refined during that time. And then eventually I was in a team where my technical architect, he used to always look for new innovative ideas, innovative something new that is happening. So he would also ask us to work on that. So I did a lot of POCs. So I worked with a lot of different models. Then finally I was working on large language model. So currently this generative AI, whatever is going on, we had started working on that from ground zero, like complete architecture from zero we had built. Eventually I was leading that thread in that company. When I left, that was something that I was working on. So since I had a lot of hands-on experience, that was good for me. And that is how I was preparing that. I started from courses and then tried to gain some hands-on experience.
Let's talk more about the technical side, Rushali. Can you tell us more about the coding or technical rounds? What kind of problems were you asked? Were they more about general technical questions, or were they any specific to the field of machine learning?
Technical questions, mostly they were around, as I mentioned, they needed someone with experience in AWS. So more questions were around AWS cloud. And then basic questions about recommendation, they were trying, like my colleague was trying to get some answers for that. But since he knew I had no experience and I had clearly mentioned that I never worked with recommendation system, so we did not focus on that. But there were some good technical questions on recommendation systems. Generally, it starts with basic ML. Whatever basic ML you know, it starts from that, algorithms. Whatever, if you have some projects where you have used specific models, it will start from that. That why did you use that model? What was the performance analysis? How did you do? What metrics did you use? All of that is generally where they start, and then you dive deep. So that is how even my interview was. And then eventually it was more on the AWS cloud side, whatever services I had used, what service knowledge I had. And then that architecture diagram, there was good discussion about that architecture diagram.
Okay, so Rushali, finally, based on your experience, what advice would you give to someone who is preparing to interview for similar role or with Collinson? Are there any tips or things to avoid that you learned along the way?
I would suggest always look at the company wherever you're applying, understand their domain. Second thing is the job that you're applying. Even the HR reached out to me. I always ask the job description because it should align with your goals also. So I had some specific requirements that I had in mind with my role, and that is something that you see in job description only. Or you can talk to the HR also on the call that what am I going to do in the company. Okay, so if you have the job description, you know what you're supposed to prepare for. If if you don't have knowledge about some concepts before the interview, you can brush up your knowledge on those concepts. So that is one thing. Then if you know from a very long time you have not been coding, or you have lost touch with ML, it's always suggested that you brush up on those ML concepts, basic algorithms, basic error metrics, basic things. And obviously, the projects that you have mentioned in your, I would suggest whenever you're building your resume, also, wherever you're applying, try to make your resume in such a way that it caters to those pointers only. So, if, as I mentioned, they had a requirement for recommendation system, but I unfortunately did not have experience, so I had mentioned whatever I had. But if you have, it's better that you highlight that. So always highlight something that is related to that job role. Yeah, so that is on the resume. And even when you're giving interview, on the day of interview, even if you don't know something, if you are not aware, you can always say that you are not aware, but before that, if you can answer something related to that topic. So as I mentioned, recommendation system was completely out of my work system. I had no idea about recommendation systems, but I had worked something. So I was trying to answer something, but eventually even the person got to know that I have not worked, so I do not have the. Then don't give fake answers. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Even I have taken interviews, so I have seen a lot of times that people would say, "Yes, I know this." Yeah, they would mention incorrect things on the resume. Please do not do that, because that is a big turn off. See, interviewers are not fools. They know. They know when you are lying. They know when you don't know something. I'll tell you very honestly. So it's better not to lie. And ML domain is such that it's expected that you would not know everything. It's always better that you be honest about it and just showcase the knowledge that you have. Yeah, that's enough to prepare for any company. And generally, the company, whatever I have seen, because I gave some interviews, or I had an idea about interview process about some companies before that as well, and they would start in the similar way. First technical round about your projects and everything, then you might have an online assessment before your first technical round. Here it was second. You might have it before your first technical round, and then finally, if they want, they would have more technical rounds, and the final would be HR round. So that is how the general process would be.
Rushali, thank you so much for sharing your valuable insights with us today. If someone picked for the machine learning role in the company, this insights will be really helpful for them. Thank you so much for joining with us, and best of luck for your future journey, Rushali.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here. Thank you.